It is Monday, February 15th, 2021, and you are tuned into DIRTRACKR Daily. I'm Justin Fiedler. Since we haven't done a show since last Thursday, there is plenty to talk about on this Monday, including the World of Outlaws late models at Volusia, along with the Super DIRTcar Series, the USAC Sprint Cars were at Bubba Raceway Park, and more, so let's jump in. DIRTcar Nationals at Volusia Speedway Park closed out over the weekend after a nice run of race nights back to February 2nd. On Thursday night, the program was delayed significantly by a rain shower, but they did get racing in, with action finishing well into Friday morning. When the feature was complete, it was Devin Moran who grabbed his first ever DIRTcar Nationals win and fifth career World of Outlaws victory. Bobby Pierce and Dale McDowell rounded out the podium. McDowell and Chris Madden also led laps in the feature, but Moran took over the lead on lap 23 and drove away to the win. Points leader Kyle Strickler finished fourth, while Brandon Shepard rallied from 23rd to finish sixth. On Friday night, there was no stopping Brandon Overton. The first two Outlaw nights at Volusia were miserable for he and his Wells Motorsports team, finishing at 32nd and 30th, but he made up for it on Friday. Originally scheduled to start fourth, he got to move up a row when Bobby Pierce couldn't make the call, and that was all the opening he needed. He took the lead from pole sitter Kyle Bronson on the first lap and never looked back. Overton led all 40 laps en route to his 14th career Outlaw victory and first Gator win at Volusia for Brandon Overton. Devin Moran finished second, Kyle Bronson third, Chris Madden fourth, and Rick Eckert was fifth. Points leader Strickler bagged another top 10 run with a sixth place finish. Big rain early in the day on Saturday forced event officials to cancel the final night of DIRTcar Nationals, so Devin Moran was crowned the week-long late model champion. It was a nice pickup after Moran wasn't even initially sure they'd run DCN. He ended the week with a win, 2 seconds, and a third. His lone blemish was a 31st place finish back on Wednesday after having mechanical issues late in the going. That was the incident, if you might remember, where he slowed dramatically onto the front stretch and collected Brandon Overton. Leaving Volusia, newly signed Outlaw regular Kyle Strickler continues to lead the series point standings. His lead grew to 68 markers, with Kyle Bronson second, Ricky Weiss third, Tyler Bruning fourth, and Dennis Erb Jr. fifth. In 5 series races, Strickler has 2 wins, 4 top 5s, and 5 top 10s to lead all drivers. He also leads all regulars in average finish at third. Going forward, there are quite a few guys we thought would be contenders who have some work to do when the series returns to action in a few weeks. Defending champion Brandon Shepard has yet to lead a lap in Outlaw competition this season. He has a best finish of 6th. It's wild to see that stat for a guy who won 4 straight Outlaw nights at Volusia in 2019. He's currently 6th in the standings, 80 points back, with some ground to make up. Darrell Lanigan, Cade Dillard, and Chase Youngins also left Volusia wanting more. All are more than 100 points behind Strickler in the championship chase. Another guy to take a look at here is Ricky Weiss. If he could just find a way to start a little bit better in these features, he'd be really, really dangerous. He leads the series in feature plus minus at plus 46 leaving Volusia. He has an average finish of 9.8, but his average start is 19th. It's great that he can pass cars, but that team needs to find a way to not be buried come feature time. So far this season, we've had 1 winner from the pole, 1 from second, 2 from fourth, and 1 from fifth. 75% of heats have been won from the pole, with the furthest a winner has come being fifth. The Outlaws return to action on March 5th at Duck River Raceway Park in Tennessee. Along with the World of Outlaws at Volusia, the Super DIRTcar Series closed out the week with 2 shows, Thursday and Friday. Thursday night's race had drama right at the start into turn 1. 5th starting Max McLaughlin hit the moisture and picked up a push on corner entry and got into Matt Shepard, sending him up the track and collecting Peter Britton. Under caution, the two ended up nose-to-nose, with Shepard showing his displeasure with the move. It didn't end there, though. Shepard confronted McLaughlin after the race, with things escalating into a physical altercation. Shepard has since been placed on probation by series officials until July 1st for the incident, and he forfeited the night's winnings. For McLaughlin, though, it was quite the turnaround from turn 1 incident to victory lane. He ended up winning the night, holding off Billy Decker at the line. Michael Maresca finished 3rd, Matt Williamson 4th, and Shepard rebounded to finish 5th. On Friday night, at what ended up being the week-long finale, it was a dominating night for Michael Maresca. He started on the pole, held off Matt Shepard, and drove away to his first ever Super DIRTCar Series victory. Shepard was second, Billy Decker third, Billy Van den Wegen fourth, and Peter Britton was fifth. I'm sure I just butchered Billy's name there. A few weeks ago on the Conversations episode with Mike Mallett, he said Maresca was a guy to keep an eye on this season. He definitely showed out on Friday. A ninth place result in that feature was good enough to see Max McLaughlin lock down the week-long championship and the Big Gator Trophy. I loved his quote following the trophy presentation. He said, "I made a mistake hitting the water on lap 1 and got into Shepard and got punched in the face for it. That's all right, whatever. I got one black eye, one busted lip, and one DIRTCar Nationals championships." So good. Super DIRTCar Series now goes quiet until April 10th at Can-Am Speedway. Over the weekend, we also got 2 of the 3 nights in for the USAC National Sprint Cars, with Saturday being lost to that Florida rainstorm. Back on Thursday night, Kyle Cummins jumped to the early lead in the feature, but third starting Kevin Thomas Jr. wasn't going to be denied. He took the lead from Cummins on lap 14th and drove away to the opening night win. Justin Grant finished second, Kyle Cummins third, Brady Bacon fourth, and Tyler Courtney was fifth. When we talked to KTJ before Chili Bowl, he was pretty open about his struggles last season, and it looks like those off-season changes he talked about on that show paid off in a big way. On to Friday night's feature, Jake Swanson led the most laps from his 5th starting position, taking over the lead from Kyle Cummins on lap 2, but the win wasn't in the cards for him. Justin Grant took several shots, finally taking the lead inside 10 to go with a physical move into turn 1. Grant drove away over the final 8 laps to earn the win over a hard-charging Brady Bacon, but a Kofoid, Tanner Thorson, and CJ Leary rounded out the top 5. After the 2 nights, Justin Grant is the series points leader over Brady Bacon and Kevin Thomas Jr. on the strength of that win and a second-place run. Grant and Bacon were the only 2 to finish top 5 both nights. Bacon was actually hard charger both nights as well, going 12th to 4th and 10th to 2nd. He leads the series in feature plus-minus at plus 16. In his last 5 series starts back to last season, Bacon's worst finish is 4th. The last time he didn't finish in the top 10 was back on August 2nd at Hobstock. Quite the run for Bacon. As we talked about before, it looks like KTJ is definitely trending in the right direction with finishes of 2nd, 1st, and 6th in his last 3 starts. USAC National Sprint Car Series is now off until April 3rd at Lawrenceburg Speedway. In other open wheel weekend action, Danny Martin Jr. and Tim Schaefer picked up 360 sprint car wins at East Bay Raceway Park, and Michael Pickens swept Saturday at Western Springs, winning both the midget and 410 sprint car features. To see more open wheel winners from the weekend, check out tjslideways.com. With the Florida swing now complete, action is pretty quiet this week. The World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series has a pair of shows this weekend in the south, but cold temperatures are forecasted, so keep an eye out as the week progresses on the status of those events. The Extreme DIRTCar Series late models are also scheduled for a pair of shows Saturday and Sunday, Lakeview Motor Speedway and Cherokee Speedway in South Carolina. We'll talk more about those events as the week goes on. A new DIRTRACKR Conversations episode will drop later today, this one featuring Ashley Stremme. Ashley is one of the co-hosts of Wing Nation on MRN. She also owns Lethal Chassis with husband David Stremme and grew up around Pennsylvania dirt tracks watching her dad race sprint cars. She'll join me to chat about building Lethal into a major player in the dirt modified circles, getting media gigs like Wing Nation and pit reporting, her thoughts on the upcoming sprint car season, and a lot more. You can find that episode later today in this podcast feed and on the DIRTRACKR YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/DIRTRACKR. There's nothing on the streaming schedule today except Flow 24/7 over at Flow Racing. To see the full daily streaming schedule with links to watch, visit DIRTRACKR.com/watch tonight. That's it for the show today. Hope everybody has a good Monday. You can find DIRTRACKR Daily on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or where you get podcasts. Please subscribe and leave a review. You can also watch the show every day on YouTube and Facebook, and those likes and subscribes on YouTube are appreciated as well. You can email the show at info@dirttracker.com. I do check those every single day. You can follow DIRTRACKR on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at DIRTRACKR. You can check out the website for all kinds of cool dirt racing stuff by visiting DIRTRACKR.com. If you'd like to get email updates from DIRTRACKR, you can sign up at DIRTRACKR.com/newsletter, and you can follow me personally on Twitter at Justin_Fiedler. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow for more DIRTRACKR Daily.